To teach scent work in under 3 minutes. To teach scent work, you'll need 2 identical receptacles. I'm using glasses, one marked hot and one marked cold so they don't get mixed up and contaminated. You'll need a target odour for your scent. I'd recommend using red Kong cut up as it's a great one for indoors. For future sessions, I'd recommend getting these to hide your target odour. Cut up your Kong and put it inside like this. To get started, put your target odour into your glass labelled hot and put that onto the floor. Have some food ready and reward the dog for any interest that he shows in it. Kobe's a really active dog, so I mark him early so that he doesn't start to mess about with it. If your dog needs a little bit of encouragement, you might also have to mark early, and over time and over reps, we're just going to bring them closer and closer to putting their nose into the glass. This is a process that's known as shaping. Shaping builds a behaviour like scent work by rewarding small steps incrementally closer to the end goal, so it's important to give the dog time to experiment and reward him well if he takes a big step in the right direction. If your dog's doing something that you don't want to see, like licking the glass, then wait him out and eventually he'll try the last thing that made him successful. In shaping, a little bit of frustration can drive the dog to try harder. This is good, but if they become stuck, interrupt them, ask for something simple, and then reward away from the container. This gives them a small break, and when they come back, you can reduce your criteria and help to get them back on the right track. Once your dog understands that we want them to put their nose into the container, we can add a little pause. This is the start of our indication. If they lift their nose out, just wait until they put it back in, and then reward. About now you can add your vocal cue or command as the dog makes their way back to the glass. Next we'll introduce our cold container, which will be empty. Allow the dog to investigate both, but only reward when they indicate on the odour. This is where the dog learns that the odour, not the container, is what he's actually looking for. Your indication will suffer here, but because we've changed the picture, we can adjust the criteria for success to make sure that the dog knows what we're after. Mix the containers up when he's not looking, and feel free to add a third. If your dog dots between the 2 containers, let them work the problem and make a decision. You, the owner, should resist the urge to speak or gesture at the odour. When he's got it, it'll look like this, and then you're ready to move on. Okay, we're ready to set him loose. Move your hot container a little away from where you just practiced. This is where we're going to introduce the idea of the hunt. Then we're going to replace the hot with the cold and move the hot further around the room. If you've been using the eppendorfs, then this is the time to take the glasses away and hide that eppendorf out of sight, but just where the glass was previously. If you're still using a glass, then just hide it inside a drawer or something, just out of sight, and then release the dog. Give them some time to work it out, and pay them well. This is a big step. Woohoo! And that is how to teach a dog scent work in less than 3 minutes.